All right, what's going on, my beautiful people? I'm back again with another one. Today's topic is the title of this recording, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. It's titled "State of the Nation," and when I say "State of the Nation," of course we are talking about Nigeria and how the current administration has brought Nigeria to the position that it currently is today. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So it was the year 2015 when well campaign started 2014, and you have one of the one of the primary contributor to how Buhari became president of Nigeria by the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who uh, who came out during the campaign trail and dole out different campaign promises. And from what I have read and some of the things that I have listened to, or some of the you know the brilliant journalists that I have listened to, and shout out to Rufai Hosseini. Um, APC dole out a total of 62 campaign promises, ranging from how to fix insecurity, fight corruption, fix infrastructure, uh, empower youth empowerment program, um, just different sorts of um, uh, campaign promises. And from what I read is a total of 22. I don't have it in front of me, but it's online there. You can look it up if you're willing to to educate yourself and to equip yourself with that power, because knowledge is power. And if you don't go look for it, you don't find it. And if you don't find it, guess what? You become you know you become a a shadow of your own imagination, if that makes sense. But let me not digress. So 2014, Buhari came into power. 2015, Buhari was inaugurated as the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And in 2015, 2016, 2018, up until where we are today, where everything has gone wrong. Insecurity has been at an all-time worst. Infrastructure has been at an all-time worst. Economy has been in shambles. Inflation has been at a record high. Naira as of today is 915 naira to $1. And today is November 6th, 2022. When Buhari's administration took over, you know, Naira was still fluctuating between 150 to 300, somewhere in that number. I don't have the exact number and the timeline in which it drastically kept moving up. But the reality today is Naira is 900 and is over 900 Naira per dollar. Everything is freaking expensive nowadays. Uh, what's and the thing about it is, as bad as PDP government was, or PDP administration was, one thing about a leader, or one thing about a set of a group of people, or one thing about somebody, just anybody in general, when you know there is a problem, the moment that that problem become half solved, his highlight that there is a problem is understand that there is a problem, and you are coming up with different ways or different uh, 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 different apparatus enough in which you can solve that problem, or different things that you can do, different things that you can implement to solve their problem. APC, or PDP rather, they realized that there was a problem. They came out and apologized that we screwed up, even though it could be one of those campaign shenanigans, of course. But who knows if it's a sincere apology or not. But Nonetheless, they apologized. They came out and apologized that we screwed up. If given the opportunity to do it again, we'll do it differently. But this APC government, they the refusal to believe that Buhari did not do anything in his 7 years of being in office is so glaring. The refusal to believe that this bubble in which they live in, this alternative reality that they all live in. Every APC spokesperson that I have seen on any various news platform, is they come and they tell you, and they boldly lie to your face and tell you that there has been some exponentially success. There has been a huge amount of success that Buhari has accomplished. And which brings me to this point. APC is doing this. You're going to have your cake and eat it too. You are going to say something as long as it fits the narrative that you are trying to set, or how you trying to convince people. But the moment that it does not fit, they try to run away from it, and they try not to touch it with a 10-foot pole. One minute you tell us that Buhari has done all of these great things. The next thing, the slogan for your new campaign for this APC 2023 is renewed hope. If Buhari has done so good, what hope are you renewing? What hopelessness? It should be hopelessness. What hope are you renewing? There's nothing to renew. If Buhari has done so great in this past 7 years, going on 8 years. So when they come out and put out all this beautifully constructed manifesto, and they tell you they're going to do this, 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 they're going to do this. The same Tinubu that they mount a campaign pulpit and tell you guys they are going to give student loans. The same Tinubu that mount this pulpit waving that stupid ass broom and tell you that they are going to give you 5,000 naira for this, that, and the third. The same Tinubu that tell you that they are going to fix infrastructure. They have not fixed anything. The same Tinubu that tells you that they are going to going to create jobs. No jobs have been created. The same Tinubu that came out and tell you that they are going to fix insecurity. None of that has happened. The same Tinubu that came out and tell you that they are going to fight corruption, kings of corruptions, which I'm going to get to that one later. But let's try to peel these onions in layers. So we now have Tinubu's administration again. A leader at the helm of this administration, of course, is the commander-in-chief and the leader of the country. But in every leader, there's always going to be subordinates. There's always going to be a team that's going to help him achieve all of the things that he set out to achieve. And that's what we have come to the Buhari's administration. And I have it here. All of Buhari's minister of various ministers, of his administration. And I'm just going to kind of take it, kind of run through it. We have a minister of education who by the name of Adamu, who is 68 years old. And from the things that I've read about Adamu has a bachelor's in something relating to media or something to that effect. I mean, nothing wrong, he has a bachelor's, and I believe he has a master's degree as well. But the fact that your minister of education is 68 years old, nothing wrong with being old or old age. Experience sometimes it's not the best thing. It's not the best experience. Sometimes it's not the best experience for you to be able to be in that position to make some impact. So we'll leave it at that. 68 years old. Your minister of health 76 years old. I'm going to just point out, some important ministerial position in Buhari's administration. Uh, your Minister for Foreign Affairs, 66 years old. And that's the person that, travels all over the world and, visit with secretary of, different secretaries in the case of US, US is known for, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Transportation. So US, we are known for secretary. In other countries, we are known for ministers. So your Minister of Foreign Affairs is 66 years old. Your Minister of Health, Osaje Hanire, 76 years old. Your Minister of Labor, Chris Ngige, I'm sure that name rings a bell. The same Chris Ngige that was a former governor of, guess what? Anambra State, 70 years old. He's the Minister of Labor and Employment. Imagine what you did not do for a state and they hired you at the federal level to come and do what you didn't do at the state level. And another one that I want to point out, at the state level, the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, guess who? Was same Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo that's all over the place, that's a campaign spokesperson for APC. It's the same person that could not create job as Minister of State for Labor and Employment. But here he is, which is going to, in fact, I'm going to get to it, but just to kind of quickly talk about it before, so I don't forget it. This ain't Festus Keyamo. I can guarantee you, if APC, this character that wants to be the next president of Nigeria, if APC takes over for another APC, you better believe that Festus Keyamo is going to be your federal level Minister of Labor and Employment. The same thing that he was not able to fix in however long that he was in Buhari's administration. All of a sudden, he's now a spokesperson for APC, telling you guys, let's vote for another APC so we can continue from where, Buhari is going to leave off. So let me continue to go. Also, Festus Keyamo also, he was, in addition to him being the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, he was also the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. He was also, he held that position for 2 months, according to this record that I'm saying. He held that position for 2 months. So, he was had it. He was wearing two hats, probably collecting paycheck for those two positions. But that's besides the point. Minister of Power, the person that's responsible, for all of your energy and power and all of those things, is Abubakar Aliyu, and he is 64 years old. Minister for Youth and Sports Development, by the name of Sunday Dare. He has he's 56 years old, and nothing wrong with age. This man has a master's in law, but he is the Minister of Youth and Sports Development. And we can go, we can go all over the place, with this list, and because I don't have the time. If I have the time, I know pretty much all of these people, the previous position that they held in different administration, and at a state level or federal level, and the position that they held in Buhari's administration. And what I'm trying to get at with this minister, Buhari's administration, is when you have lost touch with reality, and you put these ministerial positions, and you put these people in this ministerial position, I'm not surprised how we are at the point where we are today. Because when you hire people that does not have the acumen, when you hire people that does not have the experience to deal with this, with these different areas of responsibility, guess what? There's always going to be this nonchalant, lackadaisical, approach to their position, to their scope of duties and responsibilities. That's what you're gonna get when you have this type of, this level of incompetency. That's what you're gonna get. That is what you are going to get. So it's baffling to me that people have not seen the charade. People have not seen the shenanigans that's going on. That APC is campaigning against APC and telling you guys, even though you are giving us 8 years to fix something that should have been fixed in a blink of an eye, because you've been elected to become a president of the country. It's not for you to come and it's not for you to come and be giving excuses. It's not for you to come, to not have the experience. It's not the ineptness. It's not the ineptitude. It's for you to come in and ensure that you are the leader of the people. You are serving the people. You are practicing democracy. A government for the people, by the people, a government of the people, for the people, by the people. But we live in a world where every time you hear a politician comes out, they use the word rule, rule, rule. Anytime a politician, I've said it several times, every time a politician come out and use the word rule, you should already know that they don't have any, they don't have any, they don't have any iota of of responsibility, of being a public servant. Politicians don't rule. Politicians govern. They govern. They govern. They don't rule. So it begs the questions. It's not even the questions. It reaffirms, you know, the position that Nigeria is today. Because anytime I want to walk out the door every day, I have a mirror that's right here on my way out, and I look at that mirror. And when you look when you look at yourself in the mirror, what you see in the mirror is the reflection of what people will see out there. If you look in the mirror before you walk out, and you check your what you are wearing, you see that there's a stain on your, on your shirt or your pants. That's what people will see out there. The reflection in the mirror is a reflection that you are going to portray to people out there. So the reflection of Buhari's administration is the people that he has appointed to help him, get, get these different levels of affairs in order. And the people that he has appointed to do this have failed him woefully. And it's not even so much that because it's not even so much that they have failed him woefully. It's the fact that in our army, there's something we always say: trust but verify. Trust that your subordinates are doing the right thing, but you still have to go behind their back and verify it. You still have to go and check. It's not a matter of micromanaging, or whatever you might want to, you might want to attribute to it. Is That's what a good leader, that's what a great leader is supposed to do. You're supposed to trust the people that you have entrusted to be able to carry out this daily duties and daily scope of duties and responsibilities. But at the same time, you still are able to verify to ensure that they are doing it in the manner in which you want it done, and they are meeting your expectations. So this list have failed Buhari woefully, because they have not met expectations, and Buhari has failed to verify if all of these people are doing what they are paid to do. which brings us to the next point. When we talk about what you are going to do, the things that you are going to do, when you tell somebody that you are going to do something, or for example, I have a project. I want to give somebody, a contract to help me execute my project. The first thing that I'm looking for is the job that you have done in the past. What you have done in the past that gives me the confidence that you are going to do my job to satisfaction. You are going to do my job. You are not going to waste my time, my energy, and the most important thing, you are not going to waste my hard-earned money. So now we have a man who people keep touting him as the savior of Lagos State, because I don't know what the hell he saved. People keep touting him that he built the new Lagos. I don't know what new Lagos was built. People keep touting him. He's an innovator. He's an innovator. He's an intelligent. He's an astute. He's a smart. Is this, that, and the third. They keep labeling. They keep attaching this braggadocious words. They keep attaching it to his name. And I'm going all over the place and I can't find it. Because everything that again, like I stated earlier, knowledge is power. If you don't equip yourself with that knowledge, because the knowledge is everywhere. You can grab your phone and type something on Google and it will come out. And which is exactly what I did. I asked, what has Tinubu's accomplished in Lagos? And this is what came up. And I'm going to quickly run through it. So, Tinubu, of course, as we all know, Tinubu went to school in US. He was a mid-level accountant in US, in Chicago, Illinois, to be precise. Something happens. A federal case was brought up on him for drug trafficking and money laundering, which that's a whole different story for its own. And again, that information is verifiable. You can go verify it. So there's a docket. There's a criminal case. There was a criminal case. I don't know if it's still open, or if it can be expunged, because when something has been expunged, guess what? They clean it off the record and it's no longer a case. So that record has not been expunged. It's still an open shut case, if you want to call it that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have all of the information, and but nonetheless, there was a case. You took a plea deal, and when you take a plea deal, is you telling them you don't want to risk the chance of going to trial, and you've been prosecuted, and everything get thrown at you. So you took a plea deal, you forfeited $450,000, and you give up a whole property in US, which brings me to where what I'm about to read to you. These some of the things that I'm going to highlight for you. So Tinubu, with all of the things that happened in US, Tinubu came back to Nigeria in 1993 to begin his political ambition / career. So everything that I'm about to read to you was acquired not before he became governor of Lagos State, acquired after, during his tenure as the governor of Lagos State, and after he left office as the governor of the state. So the first one, in Tinubu's name, there's a 1,000 hectare of land valued at about 75 billion naira at Abijo in Ibeju-Lekki. Number two, the prime land of 157 hectares with 2.5 kilometers of Atlantic beachfront value at about 10 billion naira. There's a 14-hectare Parkview Ikoyi Estate foreshore land reclaimed by Lagos State government. Is also believed to have been owned by Tinubu, value at 3 billion naira. There's an annex of Lagos State Guest House in Abuja bought by the state government with Lagos State money, which was approximate to have been worth over 450 million, owned by Tinubu. Onyikon Abayomi, Ikoyi, a 5-bedroom detached house on a 1 acre of land, which was originally owned by Lagos State's Governor's Guest House since 1979, was given to Tinubu because of something that Fashola did, that's, in the pension, whatever it is, now owned by Tinubu, value at 450 million. Tinubu's resident, the famous resident, Bodilon, is said to have worth 1.5 billion naira. 250 hectares of land located at Ajah Junction of Lekki Road, value at 35 billion naira. Expensive cars that I'm not going to, go into. A private jet worth $60 million. Oriental Hotel, there's been, a lot of back and forth about that, and, there's still, nobody can confirm if Tinubu owns Oriental Hotel or not. A multi-level recreation center in Oniru Estate, that's worth 25 billion naira. Another 3.8 hectares of land at Lagos State Fisheries Office in Victoria Island, worth 3 billion naira. A fishery landing jetty at Badore, another one, worth 500 million naira. The entire Ogudu foreshore scheme, value at 5 billion naira. Another 2.5 billion naira. Another housing estate worth 2.5 billion naira. The former Julius Berger Yard at Ekpe, worth 450. Tinubu's wife, Remi, built a massive New Era Foundation youth camp at Eleko off Lekki Ekpe Express Road. TVC station, there's worth 2.6 billion. Oando Oil, there's said to have been owned by his brother Wale Tinubu. And Tinubu is said to have been worth a whopping 10 trillion naira. Is Tinubu's net worth. Tinubu is worth 10 trillion naira. And it's all in black and white. Again, there might be some of the things that's a little skewed, and some of the things might be, accurate. But what I'm trying to drive home is this: if everything, even if everything that's highlighted in this article, even if 75% of it is accurate, ask yourself, how did you stumble upon that much money for you to invest in this much, for you to have this much return on investment? What money did you use for this investment? And how much of this money that you invested was state looted money? And let's not even talking about Alpha Beta. Alpha Beta is widely reported to have been owned by Tinubu, and Alpha Beta is collecting 45 billion naira every month of Lagos State IGR. So with all of these things, that I've just listed, you're going from one APC to another APC. You're going from one APC to another APC government. Because everybody that's in Buhari's administration right now would definitely have a position in Tinubu's administration. So all of these failed corrupt morons that's in Buhari's administration right now will definitely have a position in Tinubu's administrations. They might not hold the same position, but they are going to be rearranged and realigned to own another to be appointed as in another position in this Tinubu's administration. So ask me again, how have you deserved? Ask me how has, for everyone that thinks that we are going to vote along ethnicity, we are going to vote based on religion. Ask yourself, the moment that they become an administration, do they care that you voted for them because they are Yoruba and you are Yoruba? And are you going to benefit from it? Do they care because you go to the mosque and pray 5 times a day? Are they going to care about that? No, they're not going to care about that. They are still going to use the NAF, the Nigerian Air Force's aircraft, to travel all over the world and get medical treatments, because they don't have the mental, the intellectual capacity to fix their own healthcare sector. They are still going to use a chopper to travel from Lagos to Abuja, because they don't have the mental fortitude to invest in infrastructure. They are still not going to be to feel the hurt and the pain that basic amenities that you are supposed to provide for your citizen, because they are still going to live in 500 million, 1 billion naira houses where electricity will not blink. They will not have a shortage of water. They will not have a shortage of security. Their house is going to be like Fort Knox. And if you, for the reference, for the people that don't know Fort Knox is where all of the U.S. gold is stored. And imagine how heavily guarded that place is. So their house is still going to be a Fort Knox. They are still going. It's going to be heavily guarded. So ask yourself, whoever you are that still believe that because they are Yoruba and you are Yoruba as well, you are voting for them. Ask yourself, how are you going to benefit? Other than you are just, your brain is blocked, that you believe that you don't deserve good thing. And if you believe that you don't deserve good thing, that's good. That's good. If that's what if that's what you believe for yourself, that you don't deserve good thing, that you don't deserve to not worry about getting killed when you go, when you leave out your home by an untrained police officer. It's okay that you don't believe that you deserve that, when you travel from Lagos to Ibadan, you will not worry about getting kidnapped by bandits. It's okay if you believe that you don't deserve that, you will go out you will leave your house in the morning and get in an accident because you have bad road. It's okay that you believe that you don't deserve good things in life. You don't deserve to be a proud citizen of Nigeria. You don't deserve to go, to travel and go to the airport and people are extorting you of your hard-earned money. It's okay if you believe that, your mental state is is so low. You have the low IQ that you don't believe that you can process all of these things and tell yourself that you don't deserve all of the good things that a citizen of a country should deserve. It's okay if you believe that. But when you do that, understand that your action or the one that you don't take is eventually going to have an effect on everybody around you. Even though the decision that you make was not in good faith, even though the decision that you make was not an intelligent one, that you can back it up with facts and findings. But I say this by saying this. If this man can loot this much at a state level, imagine what he's going to loot at the federal level. Imagine what this person is going to loot at a federal level. Because I continue to come back to this. No matter how much, we are not part of, the everyday calamities, the everyday, hardship that's going on in Nigeria, somehow, some way. The moment you say that you are Nigerian born, or you are connected to Nigeria is in one way, form, or shape, you will always find yourself in the middle of it. And that's the reason why I'm using my voice. 2023, you cannot afford to get it wrong. 2023, you cannot afford to get it wrong. Having APC come back in 2023 is you getting it wrong. Having APC come back in 2023 is you getting it wrong. If I have my way, Peter Obi will be the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Lagos State will be away from under APC. Those are the two wishes. Peter Obi being the head of state, the commander-in-chief, the leader of the next 2023 presidential election. And APC not having a strong hold, not having this strangulation, not having this chokehold over Lagos State. The Lagos State can finally breathe and be the mega city that it is destined to be. I hope, in this 38 minutes that I have, laid out this different facts and different, anecdotes to you, that it helps, that it sway you, that it helps you change your mind in this crucial upcoming 2023 general election. But 2023, Nigeria must be great. 2023, Nigeria must be the giant of Africa again. 2023, Nigeria must fix insecurity. 2023, Nigeria must empower its youth. 2023, Nigeria must fix infrastructure. 2023, Nigeria must finally stop saying up NEPA. 2023, Nigeria must have a government of the people, for the people, by the people. Thank you.